Okay, now this here's the kind of music you get all weepy at the end of a drunken Friday night, sitting there with your hair all feathered, scarfing down cold potato skin.
Your attempt to get little Susie What's-Her-Name drunk on lime vodka ended in humiliating rejection.
Right.
So you sit there all mushy and sentimental, reciting to yourself the words to some song by Night Ranger.
BGT, oh, the time has come. And you know that you're the only one with swag today. You found the raft, what you're looking for. You know those bots don't want to play no more with you. It's true. Attack A. BGT, there's so much to find. Don't you waste your time or else you'll lose. It's true. It's true. It's true. Oh, the time has come, and you know that you're the only one with swag today. But you're motoring, yeah, motoring, yeah. 'Cause you're motoring. 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 'C
going to see if Digshake gets bodied here in a second. He's in 86. He's not going to use a bomb there. He's carrying 9 bombs with him right now. He's going to make his way around to the exit in just a second. This is the Edge 20 bonus coverage. Edgeworth 20 exclamation point Edge 20 in chat. Good use of a bomb right there. He's going to work his way around. Straight up, he'll be picking up the invincibility, which won't really matter if he doesn't find the exit in the bonus room to follow quick enough. Let's see what exit he'll go at. Chat, what exit is Digshake going to make it through? There's 1, 2, carried. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Great. How are you? Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. I'm totally enthralled, man. I'm invested. I want him to finish this run. I saw that. A quick exit here will give him a longer period of invulnerability in level 93 and 94, which can drain a
5. He's got exit number 5 there.
The previous run, he did not get the good exit here, and his vulnerability did actually start to run. He's not using the bomb on the stun.
No, he's not. He's carrying an extra bomb with him, and what he did in the 99 last time was he even tried to clip through the gel, the blob, and he had an extra, like 2 extra bombs with him.
His health is good. Lame.
I had a splash of audio somewhere. I don't know where that was from, but Digshake doesn't want to finish. He doesn't want you Melvins in chat watching him play Gauntlet. He's going to start over. Don't shoot the food.
Ooh.
Do that again, please.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the stuff, man. It's after midnight. Digshake apologizes. He didn't want to hold things up. So I most certainly have to fix his screen. What are you expecting in this match today? It is 100% all keys. Zelda II, Digshake versus Dark Magician.
Well, this ought to be a very close match. These guys both have great skills at this game. Is that really Digshake's PB? I forgot that he got that 117.08.
Yeah, he did. He was pretty recent too, right?
Yeah, it was. Getting that time that I ought to get if I played the game, but yeah, both these guys are they're strong. RNG could be a factor.
Yep, giving the last instructions to the racers. I'm making sure they're wearing proper clothing, making sure they have socks and shoes on for the race. Their feet are on the ground. They don't have their foot on any footstool or any table.
DM's trying to sneak a watermark on your stream.
We can't have that. Orno's in chat, please, for Dark Magician and his shenanigans. looks like they're deciding exactly. There's a bet going on in the race room. We'll detail that after. If you have any questions, make sure you tweet at UnosXX on Twitter or at Larry is Angry on Twitter. We'll ask your questions in the post-game interview. Are you excited for the Twitter stuff?
Oh, yeah, I'm great. Now I got to move my phone where I can...
It's going to get blown up.
I'm waiting. I'm ready. I think the people who don't know, what's Orno? What is Orno? Orno is a great dig shake, isn't it? Because the character is from He-Man. It's named... But the story goes that Meowth is hilarious, and he makes Saul laugh a lot, so we had to make Orno and a...
All right, they're just about ready. I don't have a good handle on things right now. I have stuff everywhere. You wouldn't believe it, but yeah. So we're 3 after, and I want everyone to notice the stream and the commentators and everything was ready on time.
Put it in the record books. A gatekeeper, what's he getting at?
I definitely hit exit, but it's not exit, it's quit.
Good job.
Yeah, I just want everyone to know that the races were ready on time and the restream was not.
Well, Hoya's in chat.
Why don't you go ahead and take us through the early game?
Right on. So the first thing we're going to try to do is this particular combat maneuvers in this cave and hope to land on a frame perfect maneuver where they get a... Oh. Okay. What? Alright. Got DM. The M does it well, but he doesn't get a P-bag. Dig Shake nails it.
Yep, no Dark Trophy K for Dark Magician. He doesn't do that. He'll do attack 3 before anything else.
Yeah, I've done Dark Trophy in a race, and there is that risk of just dying, which just eats up more time. So what they're going to be going for next is Dig Shake is going to need at least one large P-bag out of P1, and Dark Magician's going for... if Dark Magician doesn't get his first one, he can skip a large enemy to move the next big drop into the Death Mountain segment and try to boost his XP. And this is all for the purpose of getting attack 4 out of P1 or minimizing the damage.
They're making their way over here to the heart container in the grass tile before going into Palace 1. So you can skip that large enemy. And I don't know, like, Dark Magician doesn't reset his runs a lot. So a lot of his runs get practice with attack 3. I'm not sure exactly what Dig Shake's threshold is on practicing.
I'm not either. But he doesn't do a lot of runs. Resets are...
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Dig Shake didn't even set up the skip, but Dark Magician missed it.
Digshake's getting hell from these bubbles. Good lord. Skipping the bubble encounter, say, like 8 or so seconds, if you get it. But that also assumes that you make a clean sweep across. If you missed it, that you would have crossed this encounter, 11.8 seconds, but that doesn't happen all the time.
It's about a 5-second lead getting out of the grass tile, and then a 5-second lead leaving the bubble encounter for Dark Magician.
Yeah, about a 3:15 entry, and about a 3:19 entry. So they're off. Go ahead.
I was going to say, when did the bots come into play in Palace 1?
It looks like digshake killed the gorilla at the heart and container account. If he did that, he's not going to need, I think, maybe a couple bots. They're always in play. Right now, they're getting in his way, but he's not waiting for the XP. Dark Magician doesn't need to worry about bots at all. All he has to do is either get 2 pbags or not. What digshake wants to do is set up some kills and experience to try to get out of here with attack 4 with just 1 pbag. And we see they're both jumping over the Stalfos. That's to change where their next big drop and to put it on a Stalfos so that they, if they get a pbag, they gain 170 XP and not, say 150 that they would gain if they put it on a gorilla or a orange darknet.
Digshake did gain a second there in the transition into this room, but then got hit by the bot, so he's going to be losing a little bit on the exit of here, assuming Dark Magician doesn't get nailed by the bot.
DM has a really clean gorilla fight. Digshake looked like he missed his window a little bit, or if he hit the bot, then the window's not quite. Digshake's health is low. I wonder if he'll get a fairy.
We'll find out here. He's setting up not to, and he doesn't. Down Digshake goes. He didn't set up the newest bubble technique, did he? Oh, I guess he did.
He did.
He did.
He stabbed the wall. I mean, you don't have beams here. You definitely want to stab that wall when you're going down the elevator. It moves the skull bubbles just so that you don't have to stab 3 of them. Right. You get, lose your momentum when you do that.
About a 633 candle here for Dark Magician.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but it could be a lot worse than that.
Yeah, 641 for Digshake.
Both of them can still get out of here under, put the gem in under 830. In a race scenario, that's not bad.
No, but Digshake's flirting with that health right there. He just narrowly gets to that bot before the bot gets to him.
Yeah, that would have been a kill shot for the bot. There we saw Dark Magician back beam, the one bubble that would have gotten in his way. And there we saw Digshake had to stab it and lose a little bit of momentum.
Jar for Dark Magician and P-Bag for Digshake.
Wow. Digshake set on experience, and now Dark Magician knows that he can just skip He has no more need for experience out of this play.
Oh, he is going to kill the gorilla.
He skipped something though, because there's not a drop. Did he skip the Stalfos right after he got denied this?
Oh, he might have, because I went to Digshake's side and I was looking to see what his drop was.
That's a really easy one to skip. Obviously, since you skipped it twice already. Nice clean fight for DA. Digshake clutched it out and didn't lose any more health.
Encounter for Digshake on the way to the Parappa Cave, though.
Oh. Got snagged a little bit there. It doesn't usually happen. I'm not sure whether to call that a random walk or just that the encounter spawned on a bad part of the frame rule for trying to walk over it.
Dark Magician gets a little bop on his way to the trophy, but it didn't knock him in the lava.
Oh! I saw a Dark Magician very much expected to be hit by that toenail right as he came out of the hoist animation. As you're in the hoist animation, you pick that hard if you can hold down right, and your shield is actually blocking down right to get those toenails that he's trying to throw. But right as you drop the animation, you become vulnerable no matter what you're holding. Alright, well, Digshake talk to Error? No, he's not going to pay homage to the newest meme cat. Talk to Error %.
Does that save 2 minutes?
I believe it does, yeah.
Eggplants in chat, please. Pretty soon we're going to get greeted with the Scorpion Max question of the race. Are you excited for that?
What? I don't know that meme.
Scorpion Max asks a question, and we talk about it while these players run through the early levels.
No stop Octoroks for Dark Magician. Did you say what the question was, or am I just waiting? You're gonna.
No, we're all waiting. Scorpion Max is making us all wait.
Oh, okay, I get it.
He's taking his time with it. I think during your race against who was that against? BGT. The question is, what is your favorite color of Skittles? And the answer was yellow. Favorite flavor of Skittles? And the answer was yellow.
How many people got that right?
I don't think anybody got that right. It was Starburst, actually, not Skittles. I'm making this like, this is why we need Scorpion Max, because I can't do this justice.
When is Max going to do a guest shot on Elite?
I don't know. It's, probably as soon as he says something funny.
Right. Oh, I didn't pay attention to DM's Bagu walk, but Digshake's having a great one.
DM had a good
spawn on the second.
Yeah, DM had a good one as well. He had to wait by Bagu's house for one of the dudes to get out of the way. And in fact, the last race I saw him do, he took the encounter right on Bagu's house.
Digshake, what is this? What?
CF207, SoundCloud.com/CF207 asks, what is your favorite burrito ingredient?
I really... What's the given here?
I don't think there is a given. I mean, just like, Chipotle, making it at home if you're a breakfast burrito guy, I don't think there's really a... Dark Magician chimes in and says rice.
I've got to have guacamole. It's too good.
I like barbacoa.
Yeah.
I just don't want to ask where it comes from.
I don't want to answer. The beef jerky and almonds don't go in a burrito. Come on now.
No, I think he's saying he's going to eat that now.
DH says rice and potatoes don't belong in a burrito.
I'm going to agree, and I'm going to even double down on this and say eggs do not belong in a burrito.
No, I won't do that either. I don't get that. Why would...
It's not a breakfast burrito.
Why not just... I'm just going to eat an omelet.
The same way a soft shell taco is not a taco. All right, we got Dark DM and DM right now.
That recursion. Oh, one more thing I just thought of, man. The, eggs in a burrito, and I thought, man, what about a pad thai burrito?
I only know that from crossword puzzles. What is that exactly?
Pad thai?
Yeah.
It's kind of just throw some stuff together. Scrambled egg, noodles, other stuff, spice.
It's like the goulash of burritos.
Well, you wouldn't have it. Normally you wouldn't have it in a burrito. It'd be just, you have it in a container of some sort.
DM did something cool with the Octorox, but I'm not going to acknowledge it. This way you can get mad about it later.
He'd do the, it looked like he had a smooth up step and then did the back beam and hit both on the...
Yeah, you got both on the way down.
Red jar for digshake on the first die.
Well, DM still has a ways to go here for attack 4. Where do you normally get that? In the hammer room?
I think, yes, in the hammer room or at the bottom of the elevator. Yeah, we're going to see Digshake's able to take Magic 2 and Life 3. Be taking those until the end of P2, if at all, in the P2 set.
We're starting. No, go ahead.
Yeah, I got it.
No, I was gonna say DM has to be careful here. He did the same thing in his race against Fap, where he had a very dangerous, reckless, I should even say, Death Mountain.
Yeah, he ended up game over, didn't he? Now he's cruising though. He got a red jar, which puts him behind on XP, but he's gonna be much safer. Still, I'm sure he doesn't feel great about that. And what the heck just happened?
Well, Digshake happened. He's now in the lead. Entering Hammer Cave first.
Yeah, Digshake's been catching up steadily through Death Mount. Despite, goofy Bagoo walks and visiting extra trap time.
Dark Magician has his attack 4. He gets it in the entrance to Hammer. Didn't take Life 2.
Gets the beam screen wrap.
For both runners, how much of this is about winning this race and how much of it is about, swag?
I'd say DM has a strong affinity for...
Yeah, he does, and he has just swagged it up right there.
What? Come on. this game...
Oh, there's the answer to our question that we had in the Angry Larry Discord. 17 minutes and 48 seconds. When we were talking about the BGT Softlock trilogy, or Quad trilogy. Yeah, you can do this in 17 minutes. Dark Magician just proved it.
What a bad... Well, we can go for attack 4 on this run, maybe. Does the magic cave correctly again and gets hosed again.
So leaving Magic Container Cave, digshake has an 18-minute and 13-second lead. To fill in those who just got back and was not a part of the burrito discussion, Dark Magician has reset for the last 18 minutes looking for attack 4. But he also soft-locked, exiting or entering the hammer, the lava room before the hammer room.
Yeah, so that's a danger spot when you're on attack 3. Because a level up does frequently happen in that door on attack 3, and it also happens a lot, and any percent no major glitches. That's another spot where you level up.
So digshake stopped here because DM mentioned that he soft-locked. And something gentlemanly might be happening, and it is happening. They are starting over.
Oh, I thought it was going to be something different. Like, they're going to put on their gloves and do a Dutch rudder.
A Dutch what?
What? I'm sorry. No, they're going to restart. My bad.
I need to know what that means, though. I mean...
We have a moment here. We'll visit the Urban Dictionary with double Dutch rudder. If you just highlight what DH has typed into chat and right-click and search with, you will find the answer.
I know Dark Magician is a part of this conversation, but he can't be speaking. Like, when it comes to Urban Dictionary, like, he's my guy on all things Urban Dictionary.
Yeah.
So how fair is this to digshake that Dark Magician had a second attempt at Magic Container Cave and he only had one?
Well, it doesn't matter because it doesn't... You know, digshake has had attack 4 in every single run. And DM has done this cave correctly. Well, he didn't do it as well that time, but it got the same result anyway, just proving that no matter what you do in this game, you're going to get hosed. Or you're going to get everything you want, but it just has nothing to do with what you did.
And I'll remind Scorpion Max that we're waiting for the question of the night, the official question of the night from the man himself, that we can all discuss while we watch these runners play the first 18 minutes of this game again. I think they should settle it with Gauntlet.
Yeah, has Dark Magician played that much? Is it just the first person to actually finish a run wins?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, digshake could finish runs if he wanted to. He's going all ham on that dragon.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to finish him. That's the problem.
We're getting some confirmation in chat that Dark Magician1184 has not finished it. I don't remember what the question was, but there's your answer.
Are we talking about his burrito?
I don't know. We're talking about Max's question that we're going to get in Death Mountain.
Okay. Yeah, with the true answer, Gauntlet Warrior Run. Gross. Digshake, for a guy with a 117.08 in this game, I swear he doesn't know how to do Parappa Desert. He's taking an encounter. Here we go. Setting up the bubble.
Well, he gets it, and that's going to get him on the other side faster than Dark Magician, even though he took 2 encounters.
Yeah, immediately change.
But he's going to lose that lead, killing the gorilla. Gets hit with a toenail in the process. That's my new word, by the way. I've never heard toenail.
Oh, okay.
I'm the world record holder in clipping toenails, though, and like seeing how far they go. I'm pretty much. I think I do it only when I watch your stream. That's the only time I clip my nails, and I make sure you know how far they go.
Did you ever get the one out of the ceiling, like the embedded?
No, let me tell you something about the ceiling here. Hold on one second. 318 for Dark Magician, 322, 21 for digshake here. So a long time ago, I'm talking like I'm in middle school, maybe entering high school. I had this stationery pad, this like multicolored rainbow. They're like Post-it notes, but they're not sticky and they weren't attached. It was just a big cube of like just memo pad, paper. And I used to make airplanes out of them, like paper airplanes. So I threw one time, and it got stuck in the molding of my ceiling. In between, and like lo and behold, I moved back into that room many 25 years later, and the airplane's still stuck in the thing.
Wow.
Yeah, it is like the greatest thing I've ever done in my life.
What an accomplishment. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
So what happened? What happened then?
I don't know. It's just there. I'm not taking it down. That requires work.
Well, I admire the preservation of history. It's very important.
Yeah, like in 20 years, I'm gonna sell a 50-year-old paper plane, aged paper plane on eBay, and I'm gonna be rich. I'm gonna be able to buy like Panic Restaurant on cart.
You should make sure to get like a photograph of it every year, and then put it into a collage, and just how every year it's been there. Kind of like when you do a family photo in the same
I was just
place
thinking
in the same.
I was just thinking I need a kid, so I can get a picture of them in front of the paper airplane stuck in the ceiling every year, and then time lapse it later on in life.
There you go.
Someone in chat says should have used the Angry Larry nail vac.
Yeah, clearly, the townspeople are hoarding all the nail vacs, and that's why the gorillas are so angry and throwing their toenails at everybody.
What is your favorite made-up lore in this game?
Oh, let's see. Made-up lore in this game. Do you have one? Give me a minute.
I liked Buzz Thunder's long, drawn-out, long-play story about how the woman who needed the water in Nubaru was Bagu's ex-wife or something like that. Something stupid like that. Choke's Bad Day Scavenger Hunt. Do you remember that?
Choke's Bad Day Scavenger Hunt. Oh, yeah. Is that Paceman still in existence?
I don't know. What was it? We needed a plunger because he had the runs, and then we needed the medicine, like the Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah. Yeah, and Choke had a bad day. Real bad.
That was in the days when the kids used to play scavenger hunts at 1 in the morning until like 6 in the morning. Crossing 5
but the room would open at 10.
Yeah. We have a pace bin. I remember the person who drew this out, who probably also just linked it. Dig to the candle first in Palace 1. It was so good, it was so funny, and then somebody doing the race is like, "What? Why is that there? It's just stupid." I'm like, dude, come on. Have some fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I do remember. I remember all the particulars of that. So, Digshake's already at 330 XP. Does that mean that he did not skip the Stalfos?
I don't know, because he got the Gorilla, and I don't really know XP values too well. The Stalfos is not there, so he did not skip. He did not skip it.
Alright, so DM's at one of his 2 required pbags get attacked for. He's already taken life 2. He's saying, basically, I know I need 2 pbags to do this, so if you have 2 pbags, you can afford to get life 2. The kidnapped child was the person who hid the Life Lady's mirror. I had not heard that one.
Here's the P bag for a digshake. He'll take tack 3.
And he'll try not to soft lock here.
Yeah, because that is the interesting. There's tack 3 for Dark Magician as well. That is the
Wow.
interesting about Dark Magician's soft lock is he waited for the XP, then skipped the level, and then screen transitioned as the thing was popping up again.
So it was very unlikely for them to both get attack 4 out of here without the 50 bag. When you don't get the first 50 bag, if you kill enough to see one small drop in here, your probability of coming out of here is like 37.5% or something like that of getting the XP you need. And that's it's 50% for one bag, 50 times 2. It's 25. But if you go for a small drop, you might get it, but you really don't. And then for them both to get that,
In terms of, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, that's it. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to question you in terms of large bags. 1 in 4 chance for each of them to get it, and then 1 in 16 chance for each of them to get it, right? Both of them to get it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. For them to both get large bags exactly, it is. It's 1 in 16.
All right, here's a question directed at you from chat. Why does Bagu even have permission to cross the bridge? It's only for townsfolk and that one weird dude who lives in the forest across the bridge.
Are the townsfolk even really allowed to cross it? There's nobody who lives on the other side of that bridge. It's just the crossing guard.
Yeah, what's the story with that guy? Like, why is he identical to the other guy? Are they brothers? Did we ever establish this in the story? Is there a ROM hack that explains that at all?
No, the guy on the right, that's Irving Riverman. I don't know, maybe Jammy can help us out. The guy on the left might have a name too. Jammy's here. I don't know. Maybe Bagu must have a story though, right? Because not only, maybe nobody's allowed to cross that river. Merving.
I mean, that's like brings a further question into play: is why is the river even closed? The bridge even closed? Is it because Death Mountain's too dangerous?
Yeah, definitely. That's the canonical answer, I think. Death Mountain is dangerous. But I guess Bagu must be. I don't know why Bagu's word allows people to cross the river. I mean, if Bagu were a warrior and at one time had actually braved Death Mountain and, came back, they're like, okay, he knows what he's doing. And they're like, and anybody that he vouches for also knows what they're doing. Okay. I don't know about that.
If Bagu was in Final Fantasy V, what class would he be?
Oh. I'm sitting on Berserker rate.
Sing Berserker for us.
Oh. That's a lot of pressure.
All right, you don't have to do that. But I was thinking Berserker as well, because he's the idiot that's going to, attack the enemy and provoke the enemy to initiate the spell on hit.
Plus, I have to imagine that he wears like an animal costume when he goes to Death Mountain. Zelda 2 didn't really give us very detailed houses. And you go into a house, a big house, and all there is a table and are there even chairs?
Well, Meow thinks he's a geomancer because he owns a house.
Ah, Geomancer. That's
All right, so we've arrived at Saria. Just killing for time. If you're looking for commentary for these first 18 minutes, make sure you tune to the beginning of the VOD, where we did it then.
This is a much closer. You know, there was a point in Death Mountain in the previous attempt at a race where they, you know, won past. But this one has a promise of actually staying close.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be leaving within 10 seconds of each other. The town, entering Death Mountain, and Death Mountain's where all the early game magic happens. They're both at 412. Actually, Dark Magician's at 422.
Yeah, so at some point, you know, Digshake's gonna have to take another level, and it's gonna eat up a few seconds, and DM will make that up. So DM's probably only 10 seconds, 8 seconds. Do a little bit of swag swinging as he talks to Herb.
Trying to figure it out here, figure it out right now, and it doesn't come. The Magic 2 doesn't come into play right now. There's nothing he can do, unless I guess if he gets multiple small jars. There's no real big advantage to having Magic 2 right now, except for the fact that you know you don't have to. You have higher XP. You don't need to take it in the future.
Yeah, there's not a really good reason to hold off. Sure, Magic 2 getting it will refill you if you cast a life spell on Death Mountain, but it's not always easy to control when you're going to get those level ups, so you might not get much use out of it, but, you know, Life 3 is always going to level you up when you want.
See, Dark Magician's in the pyramid. He's not going to make the same kind of magic happen here. He leaves an Octorok alive.
Sometimes I'll life up for these just to have the beams to take care of those annoying.
So we've been practicing for this for many years, you know, so we've just been asked the question, what is our favorite cookie?
Yo, chocolate chip cookie. Easy answer. Should I go into more detail?
What type of chocolate chip cookie? Like big chunks? Do you like M&Ms in them, or just standard chips? Do you like your chips chunky, or like traditional conic? You know, conic, whatever you want to call that.
Yeah, like a drip.
Yeah, like a drip.
I don't much care for M&M, like the crunchy. I don't really care if they're big chips or little chips. I like the cookie to be more to the gooey side. I don't like it when they're crunchy enough that they break off. And about how you feel on that one?
I like Girl Scout Samoas myself, but now that I've got the Walmart brand knockoff Girl Scout cookies, like those cookies just are not special anymore. They're just always around, so I don't really go, you know, all deep into them, double Dutch deep into them as I used to. But Boston Market used to have the best Nestle Toll House cookie, like in the big paper bag, like a big cookie. And it used to be soft and chewy and delicious.
Yeah. That's the best.
And those are the kind of cookies I can have my M&Ms in. I can't have them like Chips Ahoy, like the hard chocolate chip cookie with the M&Ms inside, because it just doesn't go well together.
Yeah. Chips Ahoy are weird. They kind of, they're a crunchy cookie, but they're also, so they're not hard. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know what you mean.
Alright.
So, question is, Dark Magician skipping Magic 3 and Life 3, is that normal?
Magic 3 is not normally taken at all before P3. Life 3 is often skipped by top runner and then maybe picked up at the end of P2 after pbags have dropped, if they drop in P2. The reason for skipping Mad Life 2 is to get Attack 5 probably by the MOA elevator in P2. That way you can kill that MOA and it doesn't slow you down. And also, I think probably 2-shot orange Iron Knuckles.
I'm a big fan of cookie dough, but I don't really get into like cookie dough ice cream, or I believe there's even cookie dough cookies where there's chunks of cookie dough in the cookie. But you know, I was always a big fan of mom makes chocolate chip cookies and I'm licking the bowl kind of person until the news one day said it was bad for you, and I never got to lick bowls again.
Oh, that's a shame. So, I have a cousin or something who made a Facebook post one time about eating cookie dough and not doing it because of salmonella. So I looked up some stats, and stats vary wildly on the rate that raw eggs, you know, are contaminated with salmonella. They were like really badly, but with the one stat that I looked at and went with for this math, if you had eaten a raw egg basically every day of your life, it would take 37 years to even have 50% chance of getting salmonella. So Laws's story is pretty interesting. He's just one of the lucky few to actually strike it rich with some salmonella. I will tear up some cookie dough. I can't quite get the hang of baking them. And so, usually eating cookie dough, I just take... Oh, it's only kidding. He's kidding. Boo.
Yeah, you put the Beavis face after it. Alright, let's see if Dark Magician makes it to Trophy Cave, or this Medicine Cave, I believe. It was Trophy Cave in the last seed.
He did some steps there, and it might get him to Medicine Cave safely.
Alright, digshake falling a little bit behind right now, but they're still within grasp in the same screen. Well, not anymore, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, so just, if anybody was wondering, I've heard a lot of people seem very curious, but I think that the two stats that I saw said that the rate of salmonella in an egg is between 1 in 8,000 and 1 in 35,000. So, you know, don't be too scared of the cookie dough. Live your life a little bit. Eat cookie.
Why is it that every time you and I do some sort of commentary, that you're always convincing me to do something that has a percentage of chance to kill me?
It's not going to necessarily kill you. You're a healthy, I was going to say young man, but you're healthy enough, I think, and you could probably handle a little salmonella.
I probably could, you're right. Just add it to the list of things.
The mold. You've survived the mold.
I'm still surviving it. If I wasn't, you know, limping around, I would tackle that mold problem nonstop, but there's only so much I can do. But here we go. Dark Magician is going into Mito.
He does get into the town, and he's holding the left.
I think there's a command for Dark Magician in Mito. Let me see if I can find it.
So Dark Magician's probably ahead by the amount that getting Life 3 is going to take, the time. They're practically tied. How's experience? DM's 1 pbag ahead. He's holding left with his dog bone. Please don't pull the cord.
I was just about to say, we have not been mentioning DM cam at all, and I should have put DM cam on the layout. But he was definitely showing us he was using his right hand. Look at him, he's grabbing the cord.
No, stop that.
Why is this cord so long and yours is so short?
Yeah, I've got an authentic Japanese cord.
That's a stereotype.
It's not a monotype. What's a monotype?
I don't know. What would a monotype be? Is that like, you know, just the way like Lindsay Lohan's personality is monotype?
I have to use the internet to parse that joke. Be right.
I don't know. There was a joke I had yesterday for you, and you're just like, I can't even right now. And I'm like, yeah, you can't. That was many layers right there.
Like an onion.
All right, so we're on our way to Palace 2, but a quick stop over in this cave here. He wants to make sure he gets hit by every loader, every beetle in this game, so he stood there for a little while and let that one run into him, and he's on his way again.
DM has the magic for fairy. I guess he got the red jar from the Korea, and Digshake got the pbag. They've just about tied up on X. And now we got some overworld step route. Oh, DM got a back spawn there, and he could have skipped this encounter that he's going to take right here, but this isn't the worst scenario. Digshake took a grass encounter.
When he gets that back spawn, he just has to double back, right? And then...
Yeah. If you get double back spawner, you don't have to dodge off that bottom row of grass. That's right, you just take 2 extra steps in the path, and then you continue on. And you probably take an encounter on the double path tile that Digshake's entering right now.
I think that happened with you in your race against BGT, where Dark Magician mentioned it in commentary. It's a full circle right there.
Nice.
How are you feeling about Dark Magician wearing a Pikachu shirt?
Feeling pretty good. Did you see the trailer for the Pikachu movie?
No. What is that about?
Oh man, they've made like some CGI Pikachu. It actually looks nice. I don't think it'll be like a groundbreaking movie or anything. It's cute.
There's some Pikachu game coming out tomorrow, I heard.
Is there?
Yeah, I think so. Somebody sent me a message, should I get this or this? And that was one of the choices. Or a new Pokemon game or like speakers was the question. I'm like, I don't know.
I don't keep up with Pokemon games at all, but you know, that's like my brother's generation, who's 10 years younger than me.
I have never played a Pokemon game.
Neither. Well, I've played Pokemon Snap.
Is that the one where you run around outside with your phone?
That's Pokemon Go. Pokemon Snap's on the N64, and it's like basically you're riding a train or something, and you just snap pictures of Pokemon out in the wild. Jammy does not like Pokemon Snap. I learned all my photography skills from Pokemon Snap. Come on. And then I translated those skills to taking photography for Gone Wild on Reddit. That may be partially true.
I'm just thinking to myself, is there an r/Pokemon Gone Wild? Is that the joke you made? Is that why I'm thinking of it, or?
No, but that sounds legit.
I should snap that one up. Pun intended.
Ha ha ha. It's a weird game. It's pretty fun. I guess the other Pokemon games must be fun.
So Dark Magician's going to take Life 3 in Palace 2 and then set himself up for Attack 6, correct?
Yes. He's already way ahead on the XP, so he's got attack 5. Fairies, if you didn't know that about Red Iron Knuckles, they are afraid of fairies. See, Digshake showing it too, and Digshake's on the magic pickle. He doesn't even need to move up. By God, man, that was a beautiful display of magic pickles and fairies intimidating Red Iron Knuckles.
Well, DM is on a PB pace right now because he's made it past the point of soft lock. Well, the where he's soft locked before, that is.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, there's still plenty of ways to do it.
Yeah, I missed that joke by 10 minutes, but I still tried to force it in there anyway.
Well, both of them had attack 5 from the MOA elevator, but neither actually managed to take out that MOA. Maybe they never really cared. MOA's kind of a jerk. DM's a little bit low on life here. I want to see him jump through this and smash this guy, smash him head, get him good. As Digshake entered that room, there's something you might not notice is that you actually let off the right input just briefly so that you can downstab through that skull bubble in the door. Digshake chose to jump over the gorilla strat to get the key. Just nearly shows off a really sweet hit. Alright, life 3 for Dark Magician. DM needs to get to 200 XP before the boss, though. Which he should definitely be able to do now. I'm guessing he knows where his count is.
Yeah, one thing Dark Magician's very good at this game, he's very smart. He's got a lot of knowledge of this game as far as XP, walking, where you need to hesitate, where you're best set up to skip encounters. It's one of the better experiences, I guess, when I'm watching him, is how he is able to manage that all, knows what he has and what he needs and stuff like that, and he'll be taking attack 6. And
yeah.
I'm sure that goes for most of the Zelda 2 players in the tournament, but, you know.
No, he definitely knows him better than I do. When P2, I think, is one of those places, it really does become it's so different every time because of the amount of pbags and stuff that you get. And I'm usually at the end of P2 thinking, okay, what do I need to do this? And I don't really, I'm just winging it. But DM had a really sick kill on Helmet Head there. He knocked the helmet off. A 4-hit jackhammer inside the helmet.
DM opts for the encounter in the overworld instead of dipping into King's Tomb.
Yeah, I think that he was worried that if he tried to dip into King's Tomb, he might actually take an encounter there and as his timer was coming up. Digshake had enough steps to cleanly make it to King's Tomb. DM tilts his head at that P-bag and not getting it, but he doesn't.
I think maybe he wanted the red jar.
P3's really, really easy. As far as kills and XP goes, you're gonna get a magic level up in here and the only things that you would ever, like, if you have extra magic, you just spend it on skipping the Raftoid. There's a lot of freedom here for, you know, you don't have to get the jar. You don't even need to try for a jar when you come in. If you level up magic before you get to the raft, you can cast fairy on it, and then you can also still cast jump to be safe in the Joshi D of BGT route.
Thought we
DM
renamed that
likes
the
it.
Unos room.
Did we? What did I do?
I don't know. One day I just declared every room was named for you now.
Oh, I thought that was only unnamed rooms.
No, I think I just put out a memo that said all rooms now. We're outside for Death Mountain. Death Mountain for Dark Magician.
Outside hype. When does the game intend for you to do death? Yeah, it's not super clear. It's sometime between P1 and P3. They left it open. There's no real way to determine intention other than... I mean, either way, you've got to deal with either P2 without downstab, or you have to go to Death Mountain with maybe lower level. It's a player's choice. Did you have a way that you remember doing it, Larry?
I'm a person who had this game when it first came out, and then a person who really only played newest game at a time and never really went back to play other games. So my early memories of this game was just ridiculous grinding on blue bots, trying to get pbags to level up. And
yeah, I did that.
yeah, I just don't remember much else about the game other than I think it was hard and it wasn't Zelda 1. That's all I remember.
Yeah, it wasn't Zelda 1.
I tell you what, it was only in my discovery of Twitch, then finding Simple and I believe it was Link Dead X 2, Link X Dead 2, something like that. And those guys would stream Zelda 2 regularly. And it was only then, like, I had a curiosity of the game. It was only then did I really watch the game as an older adult, obviously, and really be like, hey, man, this really isn't that bad of a game.
Did you ever beat this game as a kid?
Yeah, I believe we did. My parents played the games as well. My mom definitely played Zeldas and Final Fantasies and games like that. And we would trade, just go back and forth on each other's save file. It was like a family group effort. I didn't have any other brothers and sisters that were around my age that were into Nintendo, so it was just us. But yeah, we definitely beat it. I don't remember how we beat Dark Link. If it was like known from Nintendo Power already to just stab, crouch and stab, or if we just endlessly tried and finally did it.
Yeah, I always, after like T-Bird, I'd probably turn around and get the other jar just to have shield and life for him, because I definitely didn't corner strat. But I mean, he's a pain when you don't have that.
My parents' greatest gaming accomplishments, my dad actually got to the kill screen of Mr. Do on ColecoVision. He had a hip replacement, and we had a medical bed in the living room because he couldn't walk up the stairs after the surgery. And the ColecoVision was there, and he would play Mr. Do, and then one day he's just yelling upstairs for us, and we go downstairs, and he's on, like, board 100, and then, like, 200, and we're just watching it. And then all of a sudden, like, his story is the game just gave out on him. Like, it just quit. It just turned off. And lo and behold, you find out many, many years later about the term kill screen and memory and stuff like that. And that's exactly what he did. He beat 255 boards or whatever and kill screen.
He was just in the zone.
Yeah, Dark Magician was in the zone. He wanted that P-bag.
Yeah, Dark Magician took life 4 instead of attack 7 by mistake. That is not going to be a problem. It might make him... He'd probably have to do a couple extra hits on Doom Knockers. Besides that, he'll be fine.
I like the walk to Nubaru. It's so simple, but yet it's like, you know, like 2 different potential points of disaster on the way.
Yeah, these are... Dodging those encounters is... Because you're going downward toward Nubaru, it's a lot more difficult to dodge encounters going down because of the way that the enemies move on the overworld. It's really easy to dodge up over enemies, don't you think?
Yeah, that was my takeaway from doing 2017 commentary with Justin Man, is he made me well aware that it's easier to dodge upward and around instead of downward. And in fact, I took that over to Randomizer and was able to skip more encounters on the overworld and get faster times, you know, average faster times as a result.
Yeah, and DM's looking over here at chat to see if we acknowledge that he appears to have entered the fire door, the outer door, at the rightmost pixel location. And so when he comes out, he'll actually be on the right half of the door, not the left half. Which he did. And so when Digshake comes out of this house, I expect that he'll be on the left half of the door. So getting, like, basically it just saves, 16 pixels of movement, which take about 11.5 frames. And you have, while the lady is actually opening the door and going to the house, you have the time to set up that position, or you can, besides just setting up the exact pixel, you could start moving from the right leftward towards the doors it's opening and holding up as if you were walking into the mirror house in Saria.
DM was on the verge of a disastrous walk to the kid, but only managed to take that one early encounter, was able to get away from the other 2 sets that spawned.
Yeah. Yeah, it was some clutch dodging there. He had a nice slink right there in the forest. I think he had a space to go upward to dodge, which we just talked about. It's a little easier, so that's good, and he took advantage of that. And also in that particular location, Digshake's on this part now, but he's already taken an encounter. He also gets one good spawn, but not a second spawn, wasn't it?
Digshake just got Eiffel Towered on the overworld.
Ah. Yeah, but on that particular section, if you can get a spawns gap above you, that's good, because you can work upward toward the desert to set up your next spawn to be farther away and easier to dodge. Oh, a fairy!
Yeah, he just managed to get right by that fairy.
Right at the beginning of the dazzle. I hate when the dazzle goes wrong.
Well, Justin Man's not going to go nuts here. Dark Magician didn't skip this encounter with a fairy spawn. You got the regular spawn.
Alright, 2 out of 4 skips complete for... Digshake's dazzle. Ooh. Fairy claws.
Here it is, Justin. Oh, we almost had it. We almost had the dream.
Oh.
No dream there. Fairy went in a different direction, but had potential. Yeah, Digshake is using a lot more pauses on the overworld in that section from Nubaru to here than Dark Magician did. It's going top route.
Yes, top route. Hype. Oh, we didn't make to this next roof, though. Have to deduct the 10th of a point.
I think he just made a save state.
He did. That's a good place to make a save state.
So that means he has to be careful. If that is truly what I just saw, that means he has to be careful in Valley of Death. If he's going to upstab a Moa or upstab and jump and cast spell at the same time.
Yeah, I don't expect that would be a thing to do, but yeah, if that's what he did, I believe that I would expect up and select as his load state. We'll have to avoid that, but that's good. It's better than being start in this game because there's a lot of times where you'll want to pull up that menu. You know, doing pause buffers on the overworld, for example. Hey, thanks, Spawns.
And if you're a Dark Magician, though, and that happens, you absolutely have to offer him a rematch, because he offered you one. So we might be streaming for 24 hours in this one race.
24-hour stream hype? Good lord.
With a bonus 25th hour of, I don't know, what would they play? What would we make him play for the 25th hour?
Super Mario 2.
Alright, little pause buffering there. He's got a little bit of freedom to the south. Gets around. He doesn't take this route all the way up to the desert, but he's just going to take the encounter there. I think he's going to get another encounter in the forest before he gets to the desert.
DM skipped the 4th Darunia skip, which is a strat that I think is a good strat that has merit. The final Darunia skip is super annoying, and it really only saves a few seconds. I think you have to wait a long time for that skip to show up. Let's watch Digshake's Forest Link here. He's got a nice... No luck. So if you skip the Darunia skip number 4, you end up one tile closer to the next spot, and you can get a little bit more space in order to do the slink in where you are definitely going to get a forest step encounter. And so we saw Dark Magician actually did manage to slink around that pretty easily because of the amount of space he had.
So Digshake casts life when he grabs that magic container. Dark Magician, I'm sorry, Fairy. Dark Magician casts life and Fairy when you got the magic container. Magic container fills you up to max magic, or is it 255?
The magic container is going to fill up the amount of magic that you just increased your max to. So in this case,
okay,
they just went up, what, 112? 112, so it would have refilled 112. Yeah, so you don't get full after a fairy and life there, but casting life there is, I think, the main reason to do that is to have the beam for that bot at the beginning of the next. It's really annoying without the beam.
Who's better in Super Mario Brothers 2? Justin Man 114 or me? Oh, I'm sorry. Luigi or Princess Toadstool?
Yeah, I like how Princess Toadstool can skip. She can jump in 4-3 or something, where she can skip an entire section. But I think Luigi can also skip sections in that level by jumping.
But what about his feet, dude?
That's how he like gains elevation. He's actually airwalking.
Dark Magician 100% tried the ceiling walk there and get himself disqualified, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, better luck next time, buddy. Everybody's trying their best to get out of this tournament, but somebody here is going to have to win.
Has there ever been a tournament in the history of competitions around the world that didn't involve like the old day tournaments or lotteries where like the person who won got stoned to death, where more people wanted to lose than this tournament?
No. Sorry. Maybe the 2017 All Keys? I don't know.
Maybe the 2017 All Keys. You might be right on that. Dark Magician loses a couple frames trying to go down into the lava, and the bubble was in the way.
I bet you there are people who were wanted to lose in Elite Season 6.
Elite Season 5, the Tiny Toons one, the SHI
Oh,
tournament
dear.
season 5. Yeah, I don't think anybody, like 2 people wanted to play that game. Tiny Toon Adventures. In fact, the guy on the left-hand side of the screen here is the champion of Tiny Toon Adventures for Elite, but he wasn't even involved in that season.
No, he's
That's how many people did not want to play the game.
he's the king of the knob now in that game.
He is a knob, that's for sure. So how's Digshake doing here? I feel like we're skewed on the left side of the screen because Dark Magician has been in the lead.
Oh yeah, let me pull Digshake's screen back onto my first monitor so I can see him again.
While you do that, who has the better facial hair? Is it Digshake or Dark Magician? Text your votes now.
I'm not really completely clear on what all has cost Digshake how close they were before. I think it was mostly overworld encounters.
You don't need, like, I gotta hand it to the Melvins in chat. Like, they need the cams to realize what they're, just imagine it. Like, what do you think their facial hair looks like? You know, we don't need everything on screen.
They did special shaves just for this match, everybody. Dark Magician shaved in his beard into a heart, and Digshake's got like a pirate stash going.
I've been trying to put a shape to that facial hair for the last 49 plus 18 minutes, and I'll go. The heart's good. Yeah, I'm trying to see like where it ends. There's a void on either side of the cheek, and I don't know if that was on purpose or you just can't grow hair there. But Justin Man brings up a good point. When are we going to start doing race interviews in the game, where we make both players pause and join us?
I think we're doing that right now to DM. He's got a disadvantage right now, listening to chat. He's about to lose it. I don't know if he meant to die there.
Yeah, I don't know if he meant to die there either. I mean, but that's the downside of joining us in call. Is Digshake only a screen back? Because I see he's taken a death there too, or is he one full of those?
He's
rooms
one
away?
screen.
One
No,
screen.
he's basically 12 seconds behind. 12 and a half. There's a lot of places where you can make it 12 and a half seconds, but the places I would expect it to happen, if it was going to be made, would be River Dance. Would be a spot where one might get it and the other might not. I don't know if either one will go for an eco key.
Valley of Death is a huge place too, where that's going to happen. And all the encounters, trying to skip all the encounters, especially the first one. I've seen Dark Magician and many other people falter there twice, because you got to scroll the screen and then come back. So, that's definitely a time waster.
Yeah, I like getting, you go to the jar encounter and you get triple back spawn. That's great.
Oh, yeah. This is a pretty decent Carrick fight for both of them, I believe.
Oh yeah, those are both pretty fast. DMX's Palace at 51:37. Digshake at about 47 and a half, 10 and a half seconds behind. XP's just rolling up.
I just looked at my notifications to see if anybody tweeted at Larry is angry for any post-game questions. And all I saw was Twitch notifications about Splatterhouse. Now live with Splatterhouse. Splatterhouse. Like up and down the thing.
Yeah, I had 1,000 notifications, but they were all about my impending Evo world record. Digshake his cast, jump.
And he did it.
Oh, he did it.
And we are tied.
We are.
Or Digshake's a little bit ahead.
Yeah, just a sliver. He's about a second ahead.
And this is where we hope that the streams are synced up, because I pulled up Digshake way earlier than Dark Magician went live, so he's had plenty of time to buffer.
Yeah, I've got them both even right now on the timer.
How much practice does it take to be as good as these guys, is the question in chat.
I cannot give a serious answer to that question.
I would say if you're good at video games and can like have the patience to be hardcore with them and grind and grind and grind and grind, it won't take you long to get to the cusp of where like the line is. Probably a couple people below Dark Magician on the leaderboard, and then after that it's just going to be a forever lifetime grind to just shave those seconds and shave them more and shave them more.
Yeah, that's a good.
So certainly we've seen people come out of nowhere and then like, you know, instantly sub 90, sub 85, sub 80. But then you start to get into that little area, that bell curve, or whatever the term would be, where it's just, you know, you keep playing to save that second or fraction of a second, and, you know, and then play some more to see if it happens again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've seen over last year a few people who, with relative ease, they got a sub 80 as their goal, and those people were seasoned speedrunners who have a good discipline for speedrunning. You know, they do a lot of speedruns. They've got a goal. They want to, you know, hit that goal as efficiently as possible. You know, that's not the same way everybody operates when they speedrun. Some people just want to play the game and have fun and go fast and just gradually, you know, improve.
Yeah, you can't be the type of player like me to hit a tin suit in Palace 1 and then just turn the game off. Like, I don't know what I was thinking trying to play this game.
I thought it only took Arcus a few weeks to get that sub 80.
I thought it was a few weeks as well.
Yeah, it took him months to get Zelda 1 sub 30, which is a much more difficult goal than sub 80. Zelda 1's the kind of game that even the really, really seasoned speedrunners, it just doesn't work. It's a really weird game. It doesn't handle like any other game. The controls are very, very strange, and they're very clunky, and they're difficult. And if you didn't have a lot of Zelda 1 growing up, I could imagine that just making it even worse. But the Zelda 2 handles beautifully. And with a little bit of time spent on the game, it goes from being very hard at first to being very rewarding. And you just cross this threshold with this game, and when you start to really get the feel for it, you can do anything. And it feels fantastic.
I love how you can break that block and not get the jar. The same one in Great Palace, where there's that, you know, that room where you need Fairy to go through, and there's that block with the jar. And you can nail the block, but you don't get the jar.
Yeah, because the blocks hitbox is in a different spot than the jar's hitbox. The jar's hitbox is a little bit higher. So if you upstab the block, you hit the bottom edge of that block, and so you have to go up a second time to hit where the jar was. But it can seem like, oh no, I despawned the jar. No, it's still there, don't worry. DM's pretty comfy here. Digshake is low enough on life that he's gonna pick up this jar up ahead. He's gonna cast life once, and then he's still not gonna be full. He'll probably sit on the rest of his magic a little longer and not cast that second life right away.
Where did Dark Magician build this 2-rune lead?
You know, I don't know.
He must have just either killed less things. I'm looking at their XP. No, he's got higher XP. But he had a spot by the elevator where he nagged a couple of Magos and got a third one right there.
Justin Man 114 in chat is saying horrible block room for Digshake, and that does make sense. That's the place to lose the most amount of time in this palette randomly.
How do you not flinch at pbags dropping?
It takes a lot of discipline. That's the hardest thing to do. The hardest. Oh man, that disrespect by Dark Magician on Guma. He jumps in there, down, does a standing stab in his face. Standing stab to Guma is the biggest disrespect.
Gets in that hitbox and kills him, but Guma played a little hide and seek. And that gives Digshake the chance to get in there. He's going to play a little high-low here with Guma.
Digshake was counting his bounces there. Decided, wait a minute, hold on, I'll just keep, I'll stab him instead.
All right, here's your walk. Well, not yet. But we'll build the anticipation. Let's hope Dark Magician doesn't soft lock for the second time on the way out of here.
And if he doesn't make a botch of get him in the heart, then he'll be clear out of here with like 8,500 XP on the D617 when he left. Digshake is 83, 87 it looked like.
Yeah, for those just joining us, 18 minutes into the first attempt, Dark Magician took a soft lock in Death Mountain, entering the room before the Hammer Cave. Killed the Red Dyra, made sure he got the XP, skipped a level up, and then transitioned into the second level up, I believe. The 150 life level up, was it?
Yeah, I think it was. Or the... Yeah. So, DM got shafted on his overworld encounter movement on the river dance and got hit on top. Digshake gets the river dance, his right encounter screwed off to the right for him, did him a favor. And so now, after taking his level ups, they're about 3 seconds apart. Digshake's ferrying through the encounters, yeah, because DM had the ferry twice already.
We are sitting on a potential disaster, though. Potentially. Is Digshake maybe playing with the save state? Actually, wouldn't he be playing on normal card?
No, he probably didn't bother putting the normal card in. I'm certain that what we saw was a save state being made when that screen flashed black. Attack 9. No. What's the attack 9 counter for the day, by the way? I did one earlier.
I believe you have less of a chance of attack 9 guys showing up in your chat and staying for more than 2 minutes than you do of getting salmonella from raw egg.
Yeah, where was he anyway? He missed it. Does he get a Twitch notification when somebody gets attack 9, or does he actually know it's going to happen beforehand the way my wife knows it's going?
I want to know what he does with the other 23 hours and 55 minutes of his life after he goes around spreading the attack 6 gospel. Like, do you yell attack 6 and then you go, like, I don't know, reshingle your roof and then come back and find somebody else playing and then yell it again?
He's on a street corner with the mega.
Dark Magician is screen watching. He says digs ahead. Or dig ahead. That's a street sign, I believe.
Oh, okay. Nobody's ferrying out of the false wall of the house.
Are we supposed to rate the poses? Is that a thing? That was the thing in 2016. I don't know if we still do that.
No. Guess. Thank goodness, like double boner Craigasm. Justin may not have intended to hit enter on that message. I think that was meant for a. That was a misplaced message.
I believe they call that a mistell. An
Mistell.
MT.
Yep, an MT.
There wasn't enough LOLs, though, for it to really be LT. Digshake is up. He's grooving. We have almost crotch cam going on if he was standing on a phone book.
Can we tell what's on his shirt?
I don't know. It's like some sort of...
Uh-oh, he's got baby action.
He's got baby action going on. Uh-oh.
This race should have been over by now.
So Dark Magician is sitting there. He knows what's going on right now. And he's like, oh, man, we have to start this race over. Because Digshake started the race over for me. We've got to play it again. Do you think this was a long con for, like, the 50 people watching and me and you to just kind of, like, you know, fill our Thursday night?
Yeah. I don't know. I think Dig is really... He's digging deep into his hand here. He doesn't want to win this race.
I would say the other guy doesn't want to win the race either.
Somebody has to win, though. Or we're going to be here for a really long time. Did you bring an empty bottle? I mean, we don't need to be here for the whole thing.
No, I mean, we're going to, like, this is going to be some sort of wrestling scenario where two people are fighting, and then, like, a third person from the crowd is actually going to win the race. Like, I'm just waiting for, like, CF207 to drop a Witcho and, you know, just declare him the winner. And here's Digshake.
Digshake's...
Digshake, unknown that Dark Magician has waited at the heart container for him. Let's see if Digshake just bypasses him.
I don't know what DM's doing right now. I think DM is probably gonna go ahead and watch and start going again after Dig gets the heart container.
Yeah, I would probably agree with you there.
In any case, you know, we're gonna... Here we go.
DM's gonna give him a little bit of a lead because he doesn't want to win the race. And then he's gonna go. I guess he figured that Digshake had a little bit of an advantage, so he gave him a little bit of advantage back. And it's even more so now. This reminds me of that... Oh, man, what year was that? When was the last Summer Olympics? Was that in 2016? That was in Rio?
Mm-hmm.
So 2012 was Sochi, Russia? Or was Russia a Winter Olympics?
Yeah.
All right. Well, wherever 2012's Olympics was, there was a... No, that was London, right? 2012?
2012, was that Beijing?
No, I think that was London, Beijing, because they had the Spice Girl reunion and stuff, and 2008 might have been Beijing.
Okay.
I believe it was the London Olympics, where they had this team... I think it was a women's double or mixed double table tennis match. and it was China versus China. But there was some seeding situation going on or whatever, and neither team wanted to win because it affected seeding. So it was the world's worst table tennis match of all time. And, like, the fans knew it. They booed and everything. Was it badminton? I could have sworn it was table tennis. Maybe it was badminton. But
It was badminton.
All right.
All
And
right.
it was, like, the world's worst match of all time. And it was just, serve, like, wreck the return. Just, smash it or not even, like, attempt to hit it. And, like, fans were booing and everything. That's what this is like right now.
Disqualified. Yeah, I didn't hear about that, but that does sounds like they need to consider how they were seeding that tournament, unless it was just collusion, like to manipulate spots. But if getting a win makes your situation worse somehow, then well, that's just messed up.
Yeah, it absolutely was badminton. I just looked it up. Johnny Stats just was on the case.
All right.
Somewhat 8 people got disqualified. So it was like, it's not even just that one match. 8 total people got disqualified.
Really?
Imagine a rando tournament or any esports tournament in this current calendar year, where like somebody would just be like, "All right, you guys are all disqualified. We're gonna actually have rules and stick by them, and you guys have to conform to them."
Are we gonna start dropping names on that now, or?
No, I don't. Has a situation come up like that? I don't even know.
I mean, there's definitely been disqualifications from something.
Oh yeah, well,
EM.
I mean, jerks are jerks. I just mean like like a global group effort collusion thing.
Yeah.
Imagine
I
if
don't know where
somebody
to
was
go with-
disqualified for every time they said they didn't want to win.
Save themselves a lot of trouble. They just go ahead and set it right. DM nearly hit a ceiling walk there, but I don't know if he could have hit it from where he entered on the previous screen.
Ceiling walk is one area of Dark Magician's game where it's it feels like an automatic win to him if he pulls it off.
It is an automatic.
It's almost like he's fighting an argument that's currently not going on anymore, but he gets validated every time he does it.
It is.
All right, digshake downs Rebanek to get to the cross first. Dark Magician's right behind. Apologies, the tracker actually went to walk his dog, so we didn't change the scene over. Both trackers, can you believe that, Enos?
We need a third tracker. That's obviously the solution here. Alright, quick one cycle for digshake with the jump spell. Boom, grabs that key when it's still in the curve. Oh, disgusting! Yak hammer on Barba.
And then he picks up the key like BGT.
Yeah, I think he just lost 5 minutes on that. Alright, attack 9? Oh.
Final stretch here. I'm very interested in how these Valley of Death encounters are going to play out, the skipping of them, and the walk through the lava. And the potential disaster that may happen on Digshake's side if he's in the process of upstabbing and casting spell at the same time.
Alright, the old man is not saying pull my finger or asking for the Wi-Fi password. So I'm not really sure what's going on.
They don't give the old man Wi-Fi. It's too serious.
I thought, is one of these old men actually the like the head of technology, like has the cabinet position for that?
I don't. Is there 6 different people, or is it the same guy just town to town, like a traveling salesman?
Does he warp around? Is he in like a time dilation? Or is that what we're getting?
If he's strong enough to give magic, he's strong enough to use the magic, and probably has like like spellbook, where
You think that he's holding out on his best spell?
Oh, absolutely. This is only the second game of how many? You're not going to get all the magic in the second game.
When are we going to get a Zelda 3 then?
Is that Link's Awakening?
Is it Breath of the Wild?
Oh, there's the skip from Dark Magician. I was nervous about that because I brought that up earlier, but Digshake is well on his way here. He misses the first skip. Dark Magician's going to get bodied.
Dark Magician's in a large encounter with the Zalfo's gonna have to ferry to save his life.
No jar because he knows he's behind, I guess. Probably the smartest thing that Scorpion Max has ever said. Breath of the Wild, is that the game where you need to save state to get the right horse? I get that.
Yeah, I needed a save state to get attack 4. Another good place to save state is that after you get bombs, make sure that you always get bombs before you load your save state.
Dark Magician, low on health, he was missing the encounter skip, gets it, and then just jumps right into the lava. But he's not going to be beeping anymore, and we have the game audio on, so we're thankful for that. But Digshake's going to be one full cave encounter ahead here.
Yeah, Digshake had a real deep Scorpion Max dig there, as we see Dark Magician's about to come up on that move. See it? Oh, gets a hit off. Doesn't even have to go for a ride. Alright, so Digshake is going to go down the elevator at about 28. I'm getting a Magic 6 or Magic 8 already.
Alright, he's about 3 rooms behind here. So first of the choke points coming up on Digshake. Digshake. Did I say Digshake? I said Digshake. Digshake's side. Soon. Eventually. I was clearly like 1 full floor off on that.
The annoying sine wave unicorns who, in the Grand Palace, they do not respect the end of the room and they continue to spawn in your face when you're trying. Ooh.
Yeah, that's the room I was expecting earlier. Digshake just downstabs right through the red Fokker.
Yeah, and he was being aggressive. He's right in his face, which is usually not, people. That's a bother. It's not good RNG. But Digshake makes it look easy. That's all that. Rando, guys.
You said it.
Not looking for the jar at all. You'll be taking... Alright, so Digshake's got a fresh save state.
Which is good when you're in this room, because it could be disastrous. You want a good place to go back on.
Yeah. He'll probably want to retry this block breaking sequence, really. No? Alright. Alright, he's gonna keep...
No jar for Dark Magician.
And there are no up elevators in GP, so I wouldn't expect to see digshake press up and select anything. But fingers crossed, maybe he'll try to do some swag at the... after killing Dark Link and trigger that low. Oh, clutch! Second Bicula jump for DM. He's just scraping by on health.
Neither player is the king of. I just want to point that out.
Nope.
So Dark Magician's trying to make this life stretch out as far as it can possibly go, and it's not going to go any farther than that room. And good that he gets that death early, because he can get around that Bicula or Bruffacher and then just take the death way later on and have to redo the whole room. So probably better to get it over early with there, and especially if you want to run into that guy. You needed the health to do that, and he did.
Yeah, but DM's on his last life, so he's got to make it work with what he has. He can get the fairy for that one bar. I don't expect. And he ran through that big bubble, so he doesn't have all his magic up.
All right,
But
Thunderbird time here for digshake. Only at 3 bars of health. And that's no bars of health right there.
Boom. Reloading all the spells. Don't cast thunder before it's on the screen. Okay. Anybody ever done that before?
I watched Zarnax do that 3 times in a row. Once. Casting it before he showed up on screen. I believe it was Zarnax. Maybe it wasn't.
Oh. Oh, but why is the last hit of DM?
Well, we've made it to the last room here. Digshake has a comfy lead.
Just doing stand up and spam the sword strat.
Yeah, let's see if Dark Magician goes ham. And if he does, we might have to adjust his score minus 2 minutes. It's a time for digshake of I'm sorry, not 1 hour. 80 minutes and 49 seconds.
Thank you for getting that right.
Yeah.
We don't know how to multiply 1 by 60, so... Yeah, the metric. That's right.
Hey, thanks.
Yunus has a bunch of questions for you.
Oh boy, I'm ready.
He lied. I didn't think of any.
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite kind of
My favorite kind of what?
cookie?
Cookie. Oh, I love fudge sticks, man. Give me fudge sticks all day. Every day. Peel the layers off and eat like the wafers and then the cream and then the wafer and then the cream, and it's just so good.
Eat it like corn on the cob. Do you eat it like corn on the cob?
Yeah, I mean that's basically it. Yep. Come at it from the top. You can peel the wafers right off. It's delicious. It's the only way to eat it. What?
All right. Did you get all those sound bites for later use? And
Oh, I got plenty of them now.
yeah, that was good stuff.
That was good stuff.
Yep. What happened to DM?
I don't know. He's here. Hello.
Yeah, he'll have to unmute his mic to talk, but until he does, That was a very close race.
Was it?
It was. You guys were just right next to each other many times. I don't remember who was ahead. I think you were practically tied in Mito. The difference being that DM was, I think, a few seconds ahead of you, but he also had a level still to take that you had already taken. And so,
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, he said what happened to DM, so he probably doesn't know. When you took a break, Dark Magician got the heart container in the desert and waited for you to return at the spot.
Oh.
It was a very gentlemanly race.
Yeah.
I had to go to the bathroom anyways.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I didn't know how long I was going to be gone for, but
I was willing to wait. I was willing to, since I wasn't on PB pace anymore anyways, just play it out and wait at Dark Link till you won anyways.
Wait, what?
I soft lock, so I mean, that was your race.
Oh, come on, man.
No, I mean,
Well, all gentlemanly business aside, it was a very close race. Even up to the point where you got the baby interruption. You guys were really, really close at New Kasuto.
Yeah, you said he was at the heart container? Or somewhere near there?
we were in sync walking through
No,
New Kasuto.
you guys were like tied. You guys were
Oh.
tied at that.
Like frame for frame walking through New Kasuto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when they said that you stopped moving, I stopped moving as soon as I could.
Yeah. Wow, I mean, if we were that close, then I must have had a bad something, because I felt like my Valley of Death and GP went pretty solid. So I don't know.
Oh, I had a horrible Valley of Death in Great Palace.
Oh yeah.
I don't have my splits up anymore, but
Digshake, were you scared at all at loading a save state?
Oh yeah, for sure. I was so like 3 hours before the race, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta remember to turn my save states off before I race Zelda 2 tonight. And then I didn't remember to do it because I was playing Gauntlet instead. And so I think I triggered 2 of them, and it scared the shit out of me the first time.
You know, she did that earlier today as well.
No, I didn't do that.
Oh, I thought you did it in the Zelda 2 randomizer race.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. I did do that in the Z2R race. I forgot that existed.
Yeah, you did it. Digshake almost did it. I did it in the Zelda 1 race last week. So, like, you know, lesson to everybody out there. If you're practicing games, especially for that Edge 20, exclamation point, Edge 2-0, turn your save states off during your tournament race.
Yeah, look at all of us. We're just practicing. We turned in some real speedrunners or something. What happened?
What are you talking about? Practice?
Practice? Yeah, I'm talking about practice.
Digshake, what is
Not
your
again.
favorite burrito ingredient?
Oh man. Now you're asking the real questions. It's gotta be the guac, dude.
That's 2 points for guac. And that was my vote as well.
I just banned somebody in chat for saying pico. What about you, Dark Magician?
guys already said it. But you guys came back and said I'm not allowed it.
Right, you said rice, but like, you know, you're typing into a chat. People want to hear your voice. Man, you got
Carne asada.
a carne asada.
Yeah, carne asada.
I like the barbacoa. In fact, I might go get one. Well, I can't right now, but maybe tomorrow.
I mean, if you're going to have pulled pork, it better be on a barbecue sandwich, not a burrito.
I don't know if I agree about that.
I don't know what barbacoa is. Like, I don't really like. This is the type of eater I am. I taste it. If I like it, I don't want to even know where it comes from. I just want more of it.
Barbacoa is barbecue pork, shredded.
Like, where does it come from?
The butt.
Yeah, I figured it was something like that.
It's usually pork butt.
So I'm eating ass is what you're really trying to get at.
More or less.
Yeah, I figured you were saying something
Pig
like
ass
that.
at that.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's not the first time. You know, do you have any comment about that?
No, we'll talk about that off stream.
Stay tuned to the Unos and Larry podcast, where that will be the topic of discussion.
After dark.
Well, I don't know who to congratulate. Digshake, you won. Dark Magician, you lost. So Digshake, I guess you're moving on.
Yeah. I guess so. I don't know.
I don't know. Justin's probably already updated the standings.
I'm going to congratulate somebody. So just whoever wants it can take it.
I think you should congratulate Dark Magician because he doesn't have to play this game anymore if he doesn't want to.
That's a great point.
That is the true Zelda 2 player answer. We've been talking about it the whole time. Who wants to play it less?
So digshake's a lock.
A lock for what?
Advancing. Like your average time is good enough.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Not just good enough, it's the second best in the tier right now.
Interesting.
Meanwhile, Unos is down there at the bottom.
Is there a website where I can go and bet on futures in the bracket round?
Boveda.
What's that site that they're using on that other restreaming channel these days? I just saw it the other day.
Speedracing.tv?
You can gamble on races now using v.gg, vie.gg. You can gamble on races that show up on speed racing.
Seriously?
Yep. Starting with the Super Mario World tournament and the Super Metroid Z3 rando tournaments that are starting here in the next
Wow,
month.
and this isn't like bits, this is like real money.
Real cash dollars, yep.
That sounds absolutely compliant and not illegal at all. And there is going to be no conclusion between two players at all.
There's not a chance because nobody's ever cheated in randos before when there wasn't money on the line.
I mean, hey, go get your bucks in now while you still can. That's what I think.
I can race Unos, and we can all just bet the farm on Unos. And then, obviously I'm going to lose, but even if I wasn't obviously going to lose, I'll just lose, and we'll all just make money.
Well, you shouldn't have said it out loud.
No, I'm trying to get everyone rich right now.
Are you trying to Pete Rose us here?
I'm trying to get people money. This is what we do. This is part restream, part entertainment, but it's kind of like CNBC when sometimes CNBC is entertaining, but also on the business end. That's what we're doing right now. It's like Mad Money with Jim Cramer.
I thought it was more like Oprah.
It might be like Oprah as well, or I'm more like a Ricky Lake.
Okay. So me and DM have to get on stage and fight each other? Is that?
Yeah, if one of you can break the other's nose with a chair, that's my career just goes. I retire if that happens because that's
the
highlight.
Celebrity Deathmatch style or Jerry Springer style?
Was it Jerry Springer? Was it Maury Povich where the guy went ham on the other guy's face with a chair and broke Geraldo Rivera's nose? Not Maury Povich. It was Geraldo.
Well, I mean, Jerry Springer was known to purposely stage those kind of fights too.
Yeah, but Jerry Springer was some 2-bit hack. Geraldo was the real deal. He was doing that way before Jerry Springer. But do you have anything else?
No, that's cool. Just listen to your stories about daytime TV.
Yeah, it's pretty much all I have. But so congratulations to whoever, and best of luck to whoever. And thanks for letting us have fun with the race.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Sorry for the reset, and thanks for offering it, Deke.
Damn well should be. But thanks, Eunice.
Thanks for having me. And I'll say good luck to the watermarks and the live split things, and thanks.
All right, and that does it. But first, before we do anything, we're going to go ahead and we have a little special send-off here. It's another CF207 song about probably Zelda 2 and BGT. So have him take it away, and thank you guys for watching.
done. Hey there, streamer, who is number one? Hey there, streamer, where's the leaderboard? Hey there, streamer, what's the rank you want? Hey there, streamer, shotgun. It's a nice day to reset again. It's a nice day for a world record, yeah. It's a nice day to reset again. Hey there, streamer, what strat do you use? Hey there, streamer, get 'em right or you'll lose. Hey there, streamer, what route do you take? Hey there, streamer, what change will you make? Hey there, streamer, shotgun. It's a nice day to reset again. It's a nice day for a world record, yeah. It's a nice day to reset again. Yeah, pick up the pace. Take me back home, yeah. There is no record safe in this world.